Good afternoon. Welcome to Old Iron Garage. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to be disassembling the mower deck that came with my 1970 Bolens 1253. Why are we disassembling it? Well, at first glance, it seems okay, but it's not okay. It's a little rough, and I've already got one really nice mower deck for a tube frame, same size mower deck, 42-inch, and I've also got another one that's needs some repair but is in a little bit nicer shape than this one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we go around to the back side and see if you can see here. There is a chunk missing right here from the mower deck. It's not like I can just weld in some sheet metal. This is where the bracket goes for the idle wheel. Just like over here, you see? So if I were to fix this, I'd have to come up with a bracket for an idle wheel. I would just have to cut that whole section out of another deck. And I don't ever intend to use this tractor to mow with. So my intention with this deck is to part it out. Parting out old machines like this is kind of a necessary evil to some extent, because though we don't want to part out nicer machines or machines that are still at least somewhat worth saving, the ones that are a little more rough and nobody's probably going to save it, if we part them out, the parts can be used to save other machines that are a little bit nicer. You see, they don't make these parts anymore for these old Bolens tractors, as well as a lot of other old garden tractors. So by parting out this mower deck, it could save multiple other people's mower decks from ending up in the scrap pile. So anyways, let's get started. I'm going to put you guys up here where you can get a decent view. Let's see. Let's angle you down a little. Sorry, just trying to get everything just right. I thought I had this set up to where it was sitting just right, but I must have bumped it and moved it. Anyways, yeah, let's get started. Oh, that's nice. They've got a nail in here to hold this on. Wow, that's really stuck. A lot of this stuff's really stuck. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I should have power washed this thing just the other day when I power washed the 1253 out in the driveway. But I didn't think about it. It was laying right there in the driveway. Didn't think about it. And I don't feel like getting the pressure washer and the hose and everything back out and hooking it all up just for this. So I'm going to work with it as it is. But anyways, I'm going to go around with the WD-40 and spray a bunch of things. Things that may be stuck. Anything that looks like it could give me a hard time. I like to do this when I'm working with anything that may have been sitting for a long time. On this side, going to take this roller out of the front, save that. That looks to be in good condition. Take this U-joint off of the drive shaft. You know, let's see if that thing moves. That thing moves good. That one does not. Needs some grease put in it, but we'll also hit it from the outside with some WD-40. It's helping a little. Definitely needs some grease pumped into it though. Does this thing turn? The 90-degree gearbox does turn. Good deal. Well, that's, there's a couple more. Yeah. Looks like this cover here is missing quite a bit of the hardware. It's only got a few bolts holding it on. But anyway, it's a little cold out. So, I don't know if you saw my breath or not in the video. I'm going to put on some gloves because everything metal's cold. And that's pretty much all I'm going to be touching. Metal things. Tools and the mower deck. So, all of that is cold. I don't know about you guys, but when my hands get cold, the rest of me gets cold. Alright. See if we can straighten this nail. Get it out of here. Start to move. Maybe a little more WD-40 will help convince it. There she goes. That's out. That's going to, I will probably leave these pieces together when if I sell them. So that's going to need to get a clip in it, or at least a zip tie put through it or something. The rest of these move. Sorta. Yeah. Alright. What are we working with under there? Is that an actual bolt head, or is it like... It is. Alright, well, we'll get to actually taking those off the mower deck once I'm a little further along up here. I think maybe I'd like to try to get the shield off next if I can. I don't know, I don't remember if this has to get, the 90-degree gearbox has to be removed for the shield to come off. But we're going to try and take the shield off. What size are you? 7/16 is what it is. You know, I should have grabbed a magnet tray. I'm going to do that right now. I tell you what, I got the heater going back there in my little man cave space thing with the tarps and the clear plastic draped down from my loft. It is cozy back there. Now the mower deck itself, the shell, I'm not going to be throwing the shell in the scrap pile. Even the shell itself has good use left in it. I can cut sections from this shell, what's remaining of it, to repair other mower decks in the future. So, and I've done that in the past, but you know, I cut a section out of it. I needed to repair one, but then scrapped the rest. And I should have just held on to them. Well, not all of them, you know. I've only taken maybe 3 apart. This is maybe the 4th one I've taken apart. Right there. But yeah, I always end up with somehow I always end up with a bunch of rotted out mower decks. So, the mower deck itself, you know, just by itself is kind of a hard sell sometimes. And, you know, I'd got enough of them stacked up out back. I didn't know what to do with them. So eventually, I was like, well, man, they're full of good parts. There's no way I'm going to scrap the whole thing. So eventually, I started tearing them apart to part out. I really don't like parting stuff out, but it's like, you know, just like I said earlier, it's kind of a necessary evil. Okay, so either these or this is gonna have to come off to get this off. See, it won't come up out of there. So, but anyway, yeah, it's kind of a necessary evil. So, sometimes I part stuff out. Man, there is a lot of dirt debris underneath that. We're going to leave that in place until I can actually lift it up off. So that way I can show you guys the nastiness that's in there. Let's see. It's kind of a strange nut. They both go on the same size bolt, but one's much larger than the other. Let's see if this thing will take them off. No. Yes. Well, it started to. I gotta get a wrench on the backside. There we are. There's one. This other one's a different size nut. Might be a different bolt altogether, but I doubt it. Alright. Oop. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Come on now. Goodness. Okay, I think we got her loose. There we are. And get the bolt out of the hole. Come on now. Come on out of there. Somebody had this off and used whatever hardware they had lying around, I guess, to get it back together. Got some oddball nuts on there. And bolts. Okay. Zeus! calm down. Dogs in the backyard, and they're barking, probably at me, not realizing that it's me that they're hearing. What else do I need to do to take this off? Trying to remember. What else do I have to do to take that off? Well, I wanted to try to avoid flipping it over as long as possible, just because it's heavy, but I'm going to flip it over. Excuse me. I know I make a better door than a window, but hey. Ooh, I hope I don't slip and fall. It's a wet, muddy floor here in the garage, and it is slick. Ah, yes, there's 2 bolts on the bottom that are still holding that gearbox. So when I take those out, I've got to be careful to not let it drop. Bust the gearbox, because those, with a little bit of money, I mean, they're not worth a fortune, but if they're in good order, they bring decent money. Okay. Probably this socket right here. Yep, sure is. All right, now I'm gonna have to come around that side, so it might be in you guys' way to see, but I can't let this thing drop. Still being held by the belt. I kind of wondered if that would happen, but I didn't want to just count on it and then it ended up just falling out. So it's held by the belt for now. Let's just hope that it don't end up falling out. All right, well, man, these mower blades have seen better days. Looks like they've hit a bunch of rocks and other things, kind of chipped up. But they could be, there's plenty enough there that they could be resharpened and balanced yet. Good few times. Those I'll probably hang on to. I don't know. Somebody says they really need some. I'd sell them, I guess. I've got a couple of other sets, so I'm not hurting for them. But and I don't even really use one of these mower decks. I am fixing up, or going to be fixing up, a deck for my H16 XL. Man, a lot of that dirt's falling out of there. I should have left that shield on. Come on now. I'm trying to do this without these plastic sawhorses moving on me. And without this deck falling off of here. Hoping that none of that dirt would fall out so I could show you guys how much dirt and crud is in there. It is nasty. All right. Now I can weasel this out of there. Some grease and dirt and crud on the bottom of this shield. And this shield is also dented in up in the front center. Somebody was beating on it. That shield is still salvageable. Just a couple minor repairs that need to be made on it. Wow. And this is rough. Holy cow. Let's see if this gearbox is still good. It turns, but there is a chunk missing out of the pulley. You probably can't see it from back there. There's a little chunk missing. I mean, it's still usable as is if somebody's not picky, but it is definitely not ideal. I will clean that up and I'll either keep it or sell it at a discounted price if somebody's real desperate for one. Oh man, this is absolutely disgusting. Yeah, this is nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and start squirting some hardware with plenty of WD-40. Might be a bit excessive, but hey, I want to get this thing apart. This belt, oh my gosh. Is it usable? No. I mean, obviously it's pretty dirty, but I would say it's not usable. From what I can actually see of it, it looks pretty rough. Alrighty. Trying to remember what the best order of, as far as taking parts off of here is. I guess with this belt being so rough, could just go ahead and cut it to get it out. It won't just come out because of the tensioner. But if I cut it, it will come out. Gotta make sure the tarp stay away from the heater back there. So, let's go ahead and cut this belt. Get that out of the way. Let's see if I can get this spring off. It might come flying up and hit me. It's like, there. That spring is off of there now. Man, all this stuff is really stuck. I think it's just kind of mostly from the crud, but then from rust as well. But look at that. Look at that. Man. I had checked earlier. The spindles still turn. I don't know if the bearings are actually good or not. Might just be dirt under the pulley. It's hard to tell. These two won't turn or won't turn far because of the blades and the sawhorses interfering with each other. Oh, man, oh man. Let's see. One size bigger, maybe. Oh, that's it. Yeah, no. So, ratchet, get her loose. I wonder if there is a bolt or a nut underneath. No, it's loosening. Ew. Or it was loosening. Okay, well, we'll move on to the next. this one here. Just go ahead and move these up here. I'm going to be using them a bit more now. Got a little willy worm in here. Bye-bye, willy worm. Hey, come on now. You can move the magnetic bowl back over here now. I wonder. The nut underneath just started moving. Or bolt, nut, bolt, whatever it is. I'm not sure which end is the nut and which end is the bolt. This stuff does not smell very good, guys. All this dirt and crud up here, right down here on the mower deck, does not smell very good. I'm going to have to take the glove off. I'll just take both of them off for now. Don't really want to get down on my knees and look underneath to try to get this on there because the floor is pretty nasty. Ah. Come on. Stay. It does not want to stay, but you know what? I have an idea. I would say it's probably a 9/16. I like adjustable wrenches. It's handy. You can use one wrench for any size, but sometimes they just don't work out. There we go. Get off of there. Now, what is still holding that, I wonder? Maybe if I might have to try. Well, I wonder if there's a nut underneath this pulley on the top side of the deck. I'm going to try to pound on it a little bit, see what happens, see if it budges or not. Yeah, there it goes. All right. There we are. There wasn't a nut, but there was a spacer. I kind of figured there was something there. I mean, there would have to be pretty much. Oop, come on. I'd like to leave this assembly together. So we'll try. Oh. Come on now. Play nice with me. I'm going to try to put it back together. With some cleaning and some oiling, this might still be good usable parts here. I won't know until I clean it up. Which I won't be doing today. I'm just disassembling this today. I think I'm going to take a moment, get my tools off of here, and clean the crud off of this thing. There is so much crud. It is nasty. I'm not afraid of getting dirty, guys, but this is bad. This is really bad. Yeah, I have a scraper over here. What's this? It is a part of something. It's either rust or rust and paint flake or something. Yeah, that can go. I'll bet you will. The more I disassemble and clean and stuff, the worse we'll find that this mower deck really is. To avoid a mess on the garage floor, or more of a mess anyways, I might end up using the shop vac to suck this up once I get it loose. We'll see. Or I might just, when I'm done with the video, open the garage door and sweep it out. Man, this is nasty. It is thick. It's just years of debris and oil and grease is all this is. It is thick and it's wanting to stick to the deck. It does not want to let go of this mower deck. It's up underneath the spindles and everything. Yeah, I'm just going to push it on the floor, guys. I will sweep the floor and sweep all this crud outside after I'm done. If any of you guys are needing parts off of this deck, feel free to drop a comment on the video, and I'll give you an email address to email me at. Even if the part you need, you can tell in this video or this mower deck is bad, no worries, still let me know, because I have parts from other mower decks I've taken apart, and I may have the part you need. So yeah, if you're needing, well, just if you're needing a Bolens part, just in general, drop a comment. I have lots of tube frame parts, especially for G14s. I've taken a few of those apart that were in very rough shape, but had a lot of good parts. So Yeah, but you know, I do have parts from other tube frames as well. So if you are needing a Bolens part, especially for a tube frame, let me know. Drop a comment, and I'll give you a way to get a hold of me. Wow, this is bad. Holy cow. I'm seeing some holes here that are not round anymore. It's another reason this should be parted out. I mean, that can be remedied. That can be repaired. One easy way to repair a hole that's wallered out is if you find the exact location where the round hole should be. You can, on one side of the hole, you can weld a washer. That's the, get like a brand new washer from the hardware store. That's the correct size. Or if you're afraid of it wallering out again, get two of them and weld them on there. Locate the exact location of the hole where it's supposed to be, and weld, you know, a washer or two washers in place. That's an easy way to fix it. Or if you repair it by, you know, welding in the hole and drilling, you know, doing some grinding and then drilling a new hole. If you're worried about it wallering out again, you know, like I said, take a washer and weld it there in place to add a little more metal. Hey, there is a little wing nut here. I'm going to save that because it's a little like aluminum one. I don't know if that goes to anything here or not. Might go to the air cleaner. The cover for the air cleaner, you know, which I am missing. Man, this is bad. Nasty. All right, well, I'm going to get back to work. I don't want to waste any time. I want to get this done. So, let's get these off. Right, 9/16. Yeah, except for that one. That one's square. These are all 9/16. Yeah, somebody put a square nut on there. That might have been original because that looks like it matches the paint of the mower deck. Or maybe not. Actually, looking at this thing, it looks like it was repainted at some point in time. What's on top here is a little bit more orange, and then I see another layer of paint underneath where the orange is flaking, and it's a little bit darker red, which would be more the correct color. At first, I assumed maybe this is just faded from the sun, but no, this was repainted at some point in time. That, and I can see here on this decal that there's paint on the around the edges of it on the decal. Ugh. I'm gonna go find something real quick. I really need to finish cleaning out this garage. I keep putting it off though. Keep putting it off. I had a bunch of tools in a tool bag, but that tool bag ended up ripping, so I just, for the time being, kind of just dumped them all into this box until I could go through them. and figure out if I want to put them in another tool bag or if I want to put them in my tool box, my tool chest or something. That's strange. Don't want to go in there. What in the world? Oh. That'll explain it. For some reason I thought that was 9/16, but it's not, it's half. Go figure, I just saw the 1/2 inch wrench in here. There it is. Sorry guys, today's video isn't the greatest video. I'm a little unorganized. You're kidding me. Oh, that's... For a second I thought they used a slotted head screw or bolt there. I was not going to be happy about that, because those are not always fun to take off when they're badly rusted. But no, it's like a carriage bolt. So it'll come off. It's just going to be kind of time consuming. Fortunately, I can spin the whole thing around 4 revolutions. Or is it a carriage bolt? Now I'm not sure. Whole bolt spinning. You know what? Grr. I got an idea. There's not enough space down there for that. Hang on a second. Try this. Sometimes if you put tension on it, the head will stay where it is. You can turn the nut. Oh, it almost worked. It almost worked. It wanted to work. There's just not enough space down there for the vice grip to get under there. But here, I got an idea. And here we find some more damage to the deck. That thing was hiding. Aha! I got it. Got it to hold it. This bracket here was hiding a chunk missing out of the deck. And that's why the head of this carriage bolt wasn't holding it. But I took the carriage bolt all the way to one side where the hole came to a small point. And I've got it wedged there by prying up on the bolt. And the nut is threading off. I can just hear my shop teacher, one of my shop teachers, Mr. Davis, yelling at me and calling me a primitive Pete. we used to watch these. He used to make us watch these videos, these educational videos on shop and tool safety in his class every year. He was an old timer. He was pretty old. And these videos were old. And the main character was a caveman named Primitive Pete that would always get hurt by using tools incorrectly or for the wrong task. And I had my adjustable wrench facing this way, going this way when it, yeah. And that's technically, though it works, it is technically incorrect. So I can just hear Mr. Davis, or D as we called him, calling me a Primitive Pete now. He was one of my favorite teachers. Him and Mr. Emenacker were my shop teachers. May they both rest in peace. Yeah, there's a piece of the deck right there. There's a chunk with the square carriage bolt hole. Yeah. Interesting. All right, let's continue. Those are stubborn. Those ones are stubborn. They don't want to move. Ooh. Get off of there. Dropped out of somewhere. Cannot get this washer off of this bolt. There. And another repair. This is not original. That's actually a piece of aluminum plate. That'll go in the scrap bucket later. I'm even going to save all this original hardware. Most of it's original, or close enough. Alrighty. Let's not sure exactly where that came from, but I'm going to throw it in there for now. I'll go through that hardware later, clean it up, and decide what stays and what goes, what seems to be original or close enough, and what isn't. Sorry if I'm in the way. I just I'm not going to be able to get these from the other side. It's too far of a reach underneath the deck. Ooh, all this dirt. Alright, back around the other side. Whatever this is, it's definitely not original. That'll go on the scrap later. Oh, I was going to say I lost the washer. Where'd it go? Or one of them anyway. Alright, now that one's missing a grease zerk. What size are these? Must be 9/16. I kind of figured they were. Just on a hunch. I should know. I've taken this all apart before. Man. Trying to remember how I got these off of here before. Probably just a pulley puller. They can't be that badly stuck because, I mean, these get all oily and greasy. So oil from the leaking gearbox and grease from, well, the bearings and the spindle. These bolts here are special because they're hollow and they have a grease zerk that threads into the top of them. Okay. That one may have twisted out or threaded out. I'm not sure. I'll have to clean it up to tell. Yeah, none of these are. Ooh. I'd say it's safe to say that these bearings are probably bad. That's fine. Bearings are replaceable. The housing for the spindle is a little more important because the bearings are, I mean, you can go to Napa and order them or order them online or whatever. Those spindle housings, that's a Bolens part. They don't make it anymore. So, yeah. Let me go get a pulley puller. Get these out of the way. You can still see clean green grease in that one. That bolt. Oh yeah, nice and warm in here. I don't like using this type of puller on pulleys like this, but it's what I got to deal with until I can get a better one. I probably need a metric. socket. But there, we'll find a standard one. That's what I have here. I don't feel like going to get more tools, so shh, don't tell on me. Oh, it's going just ever so slowly. Let's give it a little help. These jaws were starting to lose their grip. That's why I loosened it to make it get better grip again. Come on now. It is moving a little bit. And here come the jaws coming out. It's moving, guys. And the jaws are moving too. That's nice. Really should just go get my other impact, but didn't feel like it. Come on, just a little more. One good thing about using this impact though, it's less likely to break my pulley. I forgot, I can move these out of the way. It's taking forever. And we are running out of bolt on the, we're running out of threads on the puller as well. And I believe we're out of threads on the puller. Well, what you do in a case like that is you drop a socket in there. This one might be too big around. Yeah, just a little too big around. There we go. Here's one. That'll gain me some more threads. Ugh. This thing just will not let go. Wow, guys. Wow, that thing was in there deep. Holy cow. And look at all that right there. That is nasty. Let's scrape that off and expose the bolts that hold the spindle. Sorry guys, this is turning into a longer video than I had hoped. This one's not coming apart as easy as what I remember the other ones doing. So this is probably going to end up being a boring video. I apologize. I was intending to be done by now. We're going to try and speed it up a little with these next two. We really just got to get these pulleys off. Get the spindles off. The spindles will go easy. And I'm just going to take the blades off, the mower blades off right with the spindles. We'll worry about separating those later. And then that roller in the front, that's it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hercules power. reason I kept going is because it was inching along. So I didn't want to stop. There we have that. And there is all three of our pulleys for the spindles. Those are some heavy cast pulleys. All right. Well, let's see here. This would be like a, which I remember throwing in my pocket. No. There, 1/2 inch. Wow. I would have thought those would have been 9/16. I mean, I couldn't quite tell by looking. They're covered in debris, but come on now. These should all come out real easy. And there we have a spindle. And a lot of debris on there. Yuck. Spindle housing appears to still be good. As far as the bearings, maybe. Spindle housing is still solid though. That's nice. I'm just gonna set it on the floor. Oh yeah, I still have to clean the debris around the other two spindles. What do we have here? Is that... I'm going to take a look at that later. I'm not sure quite what that was. Looks like a thin thing of like brass wrapped around up there. I'm not sure. This one doesn't appear to have it. Nope. Get off of here. Nasty. Good enough. I will still end up power washing off this broken shell. I'm going to throw it in my storage shed out back in case I need to cut sections of it later to repair other decks in the future. These are coming out like butter. I figured they would, you know, all the oil and grease. They usually do come out pretty easily. Keep the washers with them. There we have another one. Spindle housing looks good. This is the one that I believe I said that the bearings are probably bad. At least they had a lot of wiggle, a lot of slop and play in it. Oh yeah. No. Well, the bearings are, oh yeah, the bearings are bad. They are wiggling in the spindle housing. Yeah, see, that bearing is seized, and it was probably ran that way, so this bearing housing is probably no good. And this other bearing is seized as well. So this bearing housing, I'll have to clean it up and take a look, take some measurements on it. It might be no good. That's a shame, because, you know, they're aluminum and they're not all rotted away. It's not uncommon to see them all rotted away. I had one mower deck. I've got one mower deck, or two actually, out back for the H16XL that are like that. I've got 3 junk mower decks for the H16XL, and I intend to make one good one out of them. Should have most of the parts I need between those 3. This one's got some slop in it too. Looks like the bearings turn. At least the top one of the 2 does. I can't tell about the bottom one. But anyway, moving on. I'm not going to worry about moving this. We're taking this idle wheel off on video. In fact, I'll probably just leave it on the deck because I'm not even certain that. Actually, I'm pretty sure that that's not even an original part, an original Bolens part. Alrighty. Let's see. I believe this up here is probably 1/2 inch. No. Well, I guess it's 9/16. That's what I get for guessing. Bigger? No. I just grabbed the wrong socket. I'm just a little off today, guys. I don't know what my deal is today. And there we are. That roller is still very nice. All right, folks. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to bother to remove that idle wheel or this thing here, which I guess you hook a garden hose up to and run the mower deck and it cleans it or something like that. But there you have it. I hope this video was not too boring. I apologize if it is. It definitely took longer than I had anticipated. So thank you for tuning in to Old Iron Garage, and have a nice day.